James.Cubes, and today we are going to be reviewing our program. Now, why isn't this working? If you remember from the last tutorial, this happened. So here is our first problem. When we change speed, this code is not running. So we're saying just because we're changing speed does not mean it's subtracting speed, so it's not moving. So if we're canceling the moving, then it's not going to do anything. So that's our first problem. And our second problem is, actually no, that's it. But I have thought of an overcomplicated solution to teach two things to you. We're going to learn and or, those, and we are going to learn else, which I almost taught in the last tutorial. But we were completely over time, so let's get started. What we need to do is we need to create a new variable, and we are going to learn a new data type called a Boolean, named after someone Boolean for some reason, but it's either true or false. So Boolean plus Boolean up equals true. So as long as this is true, well, this doesn't have any effect. So how are we going to add two conditions? Well, we can't put if statements inside of if statements because we'll get a whole bunch of error messages. We are going to use the and to add multiple conditions. And by typing and, then you can use our variable equals true. False. False. I cannot type today. So we get an error message. Why? The operator, this is undefined for the argument type. So what is this? We need to type equals. Well, the correct usage for Java is to use equals. If you remember from our Xcode or our Objective-C tutorials, which I do not remember if I taught this. But so that means if this is going to do this, so we have to change y. We have to run the code here to speed. So we run the code here, and but this code is still going to be running once we go up there. So we're going to change this. So up equals true. And now we're going to change down here, up equals false. But then we need to in here, no, hold on, I messed up. I'll just demonstrate to show you why this isn't going to work. So this is pretty complicated stuff already. So what's the problem here? Up is going to, as long as up equals false. So up equals true here, so, but that's as long as this here, so this code stops being run. So what we want to do instead is use else, which basically says otherwise, means otherwise in computer programming. So we just add more curly braces and run our code. So we don't even, Well, we do need that, but we can say y plus equals speed. No, we don't need that. So this is just going to change this, and right here we can just say, no, we don't want to say those. Then what you want to do is you want to say, we're going to learn else if. That's also requiring a condition, but it's just better codemanship. So here's our program. This should work now. We have good, good. So there's our program. Now, anyways, we are done with this tutorial. And I will see you in the next one.